And I want to make this very clear, ladies and gentlemen, that one of the things that the Jamaica Labour Party supporters and the JLP are pushing, one of the things that they are pushing, ladies and gentlemen, is that because they see some amount of results from their procurement breaches, apparently it is justification for their actions. And I want to make it very clear that this is a very dangerous precedent that the Jamaica Labour Party and the Andrew Holness-led administration is setting, and it is incorrect, and they must be called out for it. You must be called out for it. Accountability advocates are warning that accepting good intentions as justification for breaching procurement laws could undermine, it is undermining Jamaica's system of public administration. And this is following an Auditor General's finding that senior government minister Dial Vaz improperly acquired 200 Starlink devices after Hurricane Melissa. What are you going to say, labor rights? What are you going to say, Mr. Holness? What are you going to say, Mr. Vaz? You improperly acquired 200 Starlink devices after Hurricane Melissa. Here's what Jeanette Calder is saying, and she's the executive director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal. She said that while she does not question Vaz's sincerity, I'm questioning it, but fine. She says while she doesn't question Vaz's sincerity, endorsing his actions would create a precedent allowing public officials to disregard the law whenever urgency is claimed. And that is what we're trying to drive home to some of these tough-head labor rights. Tough-head labor rights. Partisan and tribal labor rights. Nobody's against good intentions. Nobody's not against results. Nobody's not against deliverables. Nobody's not against the Starlinks, just as though nobody was against the buses. In hindsight, what we are against, ladies and gentlemen, is the precedent that we will now set if we say, oh, Mr. Vaz, we understand your intentions, and we pat him on the back and we say, go again, do it again. It is a dangerous precedent that we're setting, and these dull and tough-headed labor rights are going to make it seem as if the opposition or well-thinking Jamaicans are against the Starlinks. We're not against the Starlinks, dull labor rights. We're against the way to which you procured the Starlinks. It was wrong. That is the bottom line. It was improper. So say what you want to say. Twist the narratives that you want to twist. We are against breaches, and that is corruption. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? You have some labor rights who are going to tell me that the fact that Mr. Vaz breached the procurement guidelines, that is not corruption. They went as far as to tell me that corruption is only when people put money in their pocket incorrectly. What type of stupidness is that? I didn't know that I would have to define the word corruption to labor rights. Can you imagine? They're going to tell me that that is not corruption. The fact that the man intentionally disregarded the proper procedures to procure the items, that in and of itself is corruption. It was done illegally. Let us go to the Oxford Dictionary, and I'm asking JLP supporters, take up a book, read. When we were at university, they told us every day, read for your degree. I had to read, ladies and gentlemen, all night stay up. Knowledge don't come just like that. Labor rights, stop following behind an administration that doesn't believe in education. They don't believe in you being liberated where knowledge and understanding is concerned. They want to keep you in ignorance so that you can be easily led astray. So now let us go to the Oxford Dictionary, because they're going to tell me that what happened at the university hospital with the $500 million worth of contracts without proper oversight is not corruption. And what Minister Vaz did was not corruption because we got the Starlinks. How limited could your reasoning be? How shallow could your reasoning be? How dunce could your reasoning be? How stupid could your reasoning be? And now the Prime Minister is now foolishly following up that argument, defending the disrepute that Minister Vaz brought to our country and our bureaucracy in this nation. Let us go to the Oxford Dictionary. Corruption can be defined as dishonest